I just muted everybody, but welcome. I think that can speak for Michelle when I say that we want these calls to be somewhat interactive. And I mean, if you have ever done a team call yourself, you will know how unbelievably awkward it can be talking basically to yourself and just looking at, 25 other faces like staring blankly at you. And you start to think like, oh my God, do I sound like an idiot? Is anybody even listening to me? So it can be like the most awkward feeling ever when you're doing a team call. So let's make this interactive. And if you have something to say, just chime in or use the chat box, because this is your chance to ask questions, and not that I'm going to be able to answer all the questions, but there's going to be people on the call that can, type back to you. So it's just a great way to stay interactive, and it makes me feel like I'm not just basically talking to a wall. Anyways, okay, so tonight I wanted to talk about a couple things. First off, I'm going to talk a little bit about Team Cup, and also I want to talk about free groups. Okay, so first of all, with Team Cup, I'm just going to make sure everybody's muted. And just unmute yourself if you do want to interrupt me at all. I can't mute. Okay. So Team Cup. I'm sure that some of you guys have caught wind of Team Cup coming in February, and some of you probably have no idea what that even means. Basically, all it is it's like a competition that Beachbody puts on for all of its coaches. So everybody can participate in this, and you don't really do anything differently than what you should be doing as a coach, but it is your opportunity to work closely with 4 other coaches that you get to decide who you want to be on a team with. And it just gives you a chance to really amp up your business and get some excitement and just do something a little bit differently. But at the end of the day, it's still just doing your vital behaviors, only you are connected with a little group of people, which makes it kind of fun. So it's teams of 5. So if you are not on a Team Cup team, if you haven't even thought about this, you need to find 4 other people to join your team. And registration goes until January 31st. So you still have a couple weeks to get registered, but it is so important that you get on a team. If you are in this to grow your business, which I'm going to assume if you're on the call or you are watching the recording, that you want to grow a business. So you need to get on a team call. I don't care if you're brand spanking new to the business. Did I say team call? Get on a team for Team Cup, okay? And get on the team call. But get on a team. It is so, so important. So if you are a coach on the team who has coaches on your own team, you need to rally those coaches, get your new coaches and get them on your team, okay? This is your chance to really build up your coaches and really show them some direction with this business. And it's your chance to work closely with them and to kind of amp up their business, right? So definitely take advantage of this opportunity. Oh, are you guys all having a hard time hearing me? No. Sorry, Robin. We'll talk later. So make sure that you're getting your coaches on your team so that you can work with them. You want your coaches to see success. So this is your chance to really take advantage of that and work with them. If you are a coach who has lots of coaches on your team, and obviously you can't have all of them on your own team, make sure that they're getting into a team somehow. If it's somebody that's brand new to the business, you might have to help them out a little bit. Okay, let's find you a team. But just make sure everybody is on a team, okay? It's so important. I think I read a statistic that said people who participated in the last Team Cup earned 18 times more than people who weren't on a team for Team Cup. So it's huge. It can really, really increase your business. Like I know there's a lot of coaches that have hit their highest Success Club numbers ever just from being in Team Cup. And you set goals with each other and it just kind of lights a fire in you, and you can run a free group together. Like you can just work together and come up with some really good ideas of how you can grow your business and push yourself a little bit further in the month of February. So there is also some incentives to being part of Team Cup this year. So if you are registered for Team Cup and you are also registered for Summit, you are going to be added into a private Facebook group that Carl Deichler is creating. And so it's a Facebook group that's going to run from February 5th right until Summit. So for me, I just always take advantage of opportunities that are presented to me. So if that's an opportunity that Carl is putting in front of us, well, I'm going to make sure I've got my ticket to Summit, and I'm going to make sure that I'm registered for Team Cup so that I can get into this private group, because who knows what kind of information we're going to have access in there. He said something about like talking about a new systems that they're implementing for us coaches and exclusive content. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. So hopefully all of you guys will as well. So again, you just need to be registered for Team Cup and you need to be registered for Summit. Also, if you yourself hit Success Club 5 during Team Cup, you get a Beachbody umbrella, which I actually think is really cool because I don't own an umbrella and I never have. So the fact that I can now have a Beachbody umbrella, perfect. And if everybody on your team hits Success Club 5, you get like this awesome long sleeve thermal Beachbody Coach long sleeve shirt. Plus at Summit, you will be invited to an exclusive workout with a celebrity trainer, as well as a photo shoot with the celebrity trainer. So again, tons of incentives, right? Like that's so, so cool. Okay, any questions about Team Cup at all? Like really just get on a team. Make sure that you're getting on a team. Talk to people, post in the team page. If you really are at a loss of who to connect with, just post in the team page. There'll be tons of people looking for a group. So definitely get on that. So if you guys have questions, throw them at me now about Team Cup. Okay. All right, so let's talk about free groups. What exactly do we do? So nothing, you're not going to do anything differently, Robin. It's still, you want to hit Success Club. You want to just continue building your business, but there's just something about being part of a team and working closely with them that is going to make you push a little bit harder. And I don't want anybody to think that, you know, this is all about the prizes and all about winning. I mean, yes, we all ideally want to get the prizes and we all want to win, but this is really just your chance to try and grow your business more and try to encourage other people to grow their business. So definitely look at it that as just an opportunity to grow. You know, I think that especially as a leader, it's definitely your opportunity to help your team out. And maybe that means that you're not going to necessarily win and be in the top 10 of Team Cup, but you're really going to help your coaches grow their business. So I think it's really, really important. Let's talk about free groups. So free groups, this is something that I have always loved doing in this business. And from the first month I was a coach, I think I probably ran a free group every single month. I'll be honest, I've gotten away from them in the last few months, probably since probably about the fall. Okay, absolutely not. Oh. I don't really know why I got away from them, to be honest, but I have gotten away from them and I can feel it a little bit in my business. And free groups are so important because this is your opportunity to connect with people. This is your opportunity to grow your business, grow your contact list, to fill that funnel that we all want to have completely full. Of course, we are always focused on Success Club and finding challengers and, earning an income, but that's not going to happen unless you are making really, really good connections with people. So a free group is, like a 5-day clean eating group, or even a 3-day group, or like a crock pot group, or it's basically a group that's run on Facebook, and it doesn't cost people anything. So it's like a little mini challenge group, but anybody can join, and you offer them value. You provide a meal plan and workouts and support and motivation. So you give them a little bit of a taste of what they can expect if they were to join a challenge group. So running a free group is so great because there's so many people that are watching you and are maybe wanting to join your challenge group, but the thought of investing money at this point kind of scares them off. They don't really even know who you are all that well. But when you offer something free to people, everybody loves that. So it's such a great way to start building your business. And honestly, you are going to find your best customers in your free group, and you're going to find your best coaches in free groups, because you're going to build an amazing relationship with these people. So, can I please have that? Gosh. Free groups can be honestly about anything. And I think the more you make them suit your like niche market, the better. I mean, the clean eating ones always seem to do the best, but you can get really creative. Like, what are things that you really enjoy doing? One of my best free groups I did was like a mommy mindset reboot, and it didn't have anything to do with health and fitness, like specifically, but it was all about like personal development and feeling overwhelmed as a mom. And it was like such an amazing group. I think I did have a meal plan in there for them to follow, because of course, part of like, feeling like a good mom is take like self-care, and that comes with clean eating and working out. And we all listened to a podcast. I had everyone download a podcast, and everybody listened to that. And it was just such an amazing free group. Let me just see what you're saying here. Yeah, exactly, Robin. That's exactly what it is. I think the shorter duration, the better. I find the 3-day groups that I have run, probably for the last 6 months, I made them 3-day clean eating groups, and I find those ones are the most effective and easiest to run for us. So find an idea of a free group that really suits your needs, but also don't feel like you need to recreate a whole bunch of content. And you're probably sitting there thinking, oh my God, how am I even going to create a free group and get ideas and get posts and get a meal plan? Like, that's super overwhelming. Do not worry. We have a million free groups that we can add you into, and you literally can take our posts, take the meal plans, take everything, and just schedule it into your own group. So you can bust out a free group in like half an hour. You can just schedule all the posts that you are going to have access to. So you don't have to come up with all of this stuff, because it's time consuming. And when I do run a free group now, I'm just repurposing all of my posts. Like, they're very, very simple. And that's why you can do them, monthly, these free groups, is because you're just sort of using the same content, because ideally it's brand new people every month coming into these free groups, because you're hopefully converting them through that funnel. So into a free group, into a challenge group, and ideally into a coach, right? So, what happens is when you start talking about the free group, so let's say you have decided to run a free group, which I hope that everybody now is sort of getting it into their head that they need to maybe run a free group. Especially like if you are struggling to hit Success Club this month, running a free group is going to be like such a great way to hopefully get some more connections and get some more challengers, right? So I always try to plan my month ahead now. Like I want to start planning what my February is going to look like. So I always put my free group either at the very end of the previous month or at the very beginning of the next month. And I do that because I want to be able to hit Success Club in the first part of the month so that I can, chat up these women at the end of the month, get them into a free group at the beginning of the month, and then hopefully convert them into a challenger, hit Success Club, and then the rest of the month I can work on building new connections. So when you start, stop please. When you start posting about your free group on social media, and if you are brand new to the team, we can help you sort of create a little post about what to put in the post about the free group. Post it a few different times on your social media. You might not get anybody who wants to do your free group, and that is totally normal, okay? It happens. You make a post and nobody comments. Do not give up. Post about it again. Post about it at a different time of day. Post about it in a different way. Change up the image. So make sure you don't just give up and say, well, that didn't work. Nobody wanted to join my free group. If you've posted about it a few times and still nobody, then start talking to people. Start going through your contact list. And anybody you have talked to about health and fitness, anybody who has expressed interest in the past about what you're doing, ask them. Say, I'm doing a free group next week. Did you want to join? I think this would be a great way for you to, sort of get back on track and see what an accountability group is like. Would you like to join? Okay. Ask people to invite their friends to join this free group. When you create your post, have them tag a friend. Say, comment below, I'm in, and tag a friend to join you. So that's a great way to start adding to your network, is by having them bring a friend in with them, okay? So if somebody has liked your post about your free group and nobody is commenting, message the person who liked it and say, would you be interested in joining? I noticed you liked my post about my upcoming free group, okay? Reach out to people. You cannot expect that you're gonna post about it and there's gonna be 25 comments on it. That doesn't always happen, okay? Also, what I wanted to say in the beginning, if you are a brand new coach, I highly recommend that you run a free group with your upline. And as a leader, as an upline coach, you should really be helping your brand new coaches to run their first free group. So, in their first month of the business, starting up a free group, you get it all set up, but have your new coach talk to people about it, get people in there so your new coach can see what a free group is like, okay? So run it with your coach or with somebody else and make sure that you're figuring out what a free group really looks like. So like Robin, we can run a free group together for sure. Once you have people that are interested in the free group, this is when you need to be prepared to invest some time into them. No, they haven't paid for anything. No, you're not making commission or Success Club points, but you need to make sure that you are building a relationship. So messaging them and asking them, why they're interested in this group. Are they working on any health and fitness goals? The more you can get them to open up to you, the more chances you are going to have that they're going to continue to want to move forward with a paid challenge group and so on. So make sure that you are taking that time to really connect with them and ask them what their goals are, chat back and forth several times. So that's why you need to give yourself about a week in advance to start posting about the group so that you can build those relationships before the free group actually starts. A couple days before the free group starts, you want to get them into a group. You want to have the meal plan in there. You want to talk about like some prep tips, grocery shopping, that sort of thing, so that they can get started on day one, the right way. You don't just put them in this group and then hope for the best. You need to be private messaging them a lot. Private message them the night before the group starts. Private message them even like a few days before that. Did they get into the group okay? Did they find the meal plan? Are they getting ready? Anything that they're struggling with yet? Message them on day one to see how they're doing. Are they on track? And you know what? Sometimes people aren't going to reply back to you. That's just what happens. They will commit to joining your free group and then they're going to disappear. And it happens. But they're on your contact list and that's okay. But continue touching base with these people all through the free group, because again, that is just going to build that relationship. It's going to build that trust. And to be honest, there's not a lot of people in this world who are willing to help somebody out for free and to give value to somebody for free. Not many people are running these free groups on Facebook and adding value, making like real connections, reaching out to people in private messages. That's not necessarily normal. So when you can do that, you're going above and beyond. And when you go above and beyond, you are building that relationship on a whole other level. And when you can connect with someone, they're going to start to trust you and they're going to like you. And what I always say is when somebody likes you and they trust you, they are going to naturally want to start doing what you're doing. It's kind of a contagious effect. So once the group is, up and running, awesome, be in there constantly engaging on the posts, chatting with everybody. The most important thing is that you have a call to action during that free group. So if you're running a 3-day clean eating group or 3-day whatever group, either on like day 2 that night or even like day 3 mid-morning, you want to post a call to action. You have given these people free value for a couple days. You have built a solid relationship. There is absolutely nothing wrong with inviting them to your challenge group. You've given them a taste for the culture that you've created. Now is your opportunity to invite them. And if you skip this step, if you go through a free group and you don't invite them, I mean, you kind of like wasted your time a little bit. Like you want to get them to continue on with them. So make sure you do not forget that step. And it should not feel icky at all because you've connected with them. You've given them free value. You've earned the right to go ahead and invite them. So do a post about it. Do a call to action. You know what? I very rarely have anybody comment on my calls to action in my free group, like ever. But what I do the next day is I message everybody and I say, just wondering if you saw my post last night about my upcoming challenge group. I know you've been loving these last couple of days. And I know that you are really looking to lose those last 20 pounds. Would you be interested in joining my upcoming group? My registration is opening up this weekend, or I'm getting people started this weekend. That's what you need to do. You need to literally private message everybody and ask them that. Okay? And again, some people are just not even going to respond. They will just disappear. But that's okay. They're on your contact list. You can follow up with them the next month, whatever. What I actually do, which helps the conversation keep going, after I've done my call to action, after I've sent a personal invite to them to join my group, the next day I'll message them again. I don't mention anything about the challenge group, but I just say, how did you do? How was the 3-day detox? Did you enjoy it? I'd love to hear any success. And what that does is it just gets the conversation going again, but it takes the pressure off the invite that you put in there. So it just keeps the conversation going, okay? Not everybody that joins your free group is going to convert to a challenger. A very small number, it's always a numbers game, right? So a very small number are going to be, because that's just how numbers work. So the more people you can get into these free groups every month, the more chances you're going to have at pulling challengers from them. Keep a list of who's in your free groups, because the next month when you go to run another free group and you're not having a lot of people respond to it, You can go back to last month's free group and you can invite those people to your next one. So you always want to have a list of people who are in your groups, who you're talking to. Those are people that you can invite to, okay? So tracking, it all comes down to tracking. Okay. Michelle, do you have anything to add in there? Lucy's been crossing off stuff on my list here.
No, I think you did a great job.
Does anybody have any questions about free groups? Like they're just so valuable, but it's also important where you're placing them in your month. Like be strategic about it. I'm very strategic about how I plan my month, and by doing it, you know, at the end of the month, what I'm doing is I am filling my funnel so that at the beginning of the next month, I've got people who are interested in my challenge group. And I'm not waiting until the end of the month scrambling to hit Success Club, right? Nobody wants to do that. You want to hit Success Club early on in the month if you can. So that's why, like, you have to be strategic. Like,
I also think with the 3-day groups, like the 3-day groups are super successful, and you can kind of pop those in wherever you want. You know, they're so easy. Again, like you don't have to create, like you don't have to start freaking out right now. Like, how am I going to do a free group? Like we have so many, you guys. I've been coaching for 3.5 years, and people still ask me about my first free group, and it was an arm challenge, which was totally ridiculous, but because I didn't really know what I was doing. But people still talk about my free groups more than people talk about my actual challenge groups. So we have documents, we have groups that we can add you to, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel like Megan said. But I kind of lost my train of thought there. But the 3-day groups, you don't have to necessarily do them at the beginning. Like I've popped them into the middle of the month. If you're feeling like, you know, I'm not getting to my Success Club numbers, I'm not getting to my goals, that's something really simple you can pop in. And you want to create a strategic marketing plan. Like in January, who doesn't want to do a 3-day detox? Everybody wants to do a detox this month. So, you know, you want to think about that. That would be a perfect one to do this time of year. Maybe mindset isn't necessarily what you want to do in January. You want to do clean eating, free detox. Like those are the things people are looking for. At Christmas time, I always did a little black dress challenge, crock pot challenge as soon as we bring out the crock pots. Like you have to think a little bit about your marketing strategy. And this is where social media plays a big part into this whole platform of how we do things. When you have people in your free group and you're connecting with them, they're also seeing everything on your social media platform. So this is when you want to be talking about your challenge group. You want to be talking about the virtual workouts that we're doing. You want to be talking about the fact that someone in your challenge group just lost 10 pounds. You want to do this on your social media platform so the people that are in that group are not only getting to know you, getting to trust you, but they're also seeing social proof of what is going on in the place that you're going to invite them to. So this is pretty, like, you want to be strategic with this. You want to think about a marketing plan. And that's why I'm leading you through that 21-day group right now, is to try and get you guys to start thinking about that. Why would I post this now? So when you're right in the midst of a free group, you want to post about your challenge group, because that's what you're going to be inviting to, right? You want people to see what's going on in there and why. You want to create FOMO. You want to create that fear of missing out. Something that I do with the 3-day groups, I love starting them on Wednesday. And I actually take it just one step farther. So I do the invite to them, but then I wait until Monday to message them again, because they've all fallen off track. on the weekend. So usually they've done so well up until Saturday, and then Saturday night, like we all know, they went and binged on wine and junk food. So I come rolling in on Monday and I say, so how are you doing? I know you love the challenge. Did you have a good weekend? Did you stay on track? And they say, no, I completely busted. I ate like 5,000 cinnamon rolls. And I'm like, oh my God, it's because you didn't have me. And then the conversation starts and we go back to the challenge group and we go back to why the support is what they needed. So I think the 3-day groups, like that is what I will do. Well, I'm not going to say forever because I'm sure I'll have some brainwave that I need to do a 10-day group someday. But the 3-day groups are so easy, so simple, and people might not translate right away, but people come around. And you know what? I have people repeat my groups all the time. I'm just transparent with them and say, you know what? It's the same meal plan. Like I only got so much time. Same meal plan. We're going to do the same workouts. This is what it is. And they still want to join. And that's another, they want the support. So it's another way I can talk to them. I'm like, you like the community. That's what's helping you see success. So
yeah, like put time and energy into these free groups. Like they really will pay off. And if you are, you know, if you find that you're not hitting Success Club, run a couple a month. Like do what you need to do to build those connections, build that trust with people. If you can run an amazing free group, people are going to want to continue on with you. Like they really will. If you can get them to feel results and to see results, even in as little as 3 days or 5 days, they're gonna want to do the next thing with you. If they really connect with you that well, they are. Like I've pulled so many challengers and coaches from free groups just because of the level of like commitment I've shown them and the time that I've put into them. It always pays off. Always. Yeah. So is there any questions at all about that?
Yeah, the 3-day group, Michelle, that you run, which one is it? Like, do you have one? I'm pretty sure you have one on Facebook that you can add me to.
Yeah, so someone just asked if you're wanting to access the old group. So if you go into FitNique Nation and you go into the files section, there's actually a file, a document that I made that I put the links to all the free groups. Click the link, add yourself to the group. Most likely, I'm not going to see that you added yourself to my group, okay? Like I have about a gazillion notifications at all times. So if I happen to see it, I will add you to it. If I don't, just send me a nice little message and say, could you please add me to whatever group? Megan's, some of her files are there as well. You'll have to scroll back. It's way back, but it's free group template or something like that. And I will try and remember to go and update it because I'm not sure that my 3-day detoxes are on there, but I'll try. It'll be on my list tomorrow to do, I think. I will try to remember to do that, but just message one of us. Like if you want in a group, just message us and we'll try and find you one. There's tons, there's gazillions of them. So it's not a big deal. Just reach out.
And honestly, like team up with somebody to run a free group. It's so much easier. You can get more people in there, right? Like you might only get a few people yourself in the free group, but if you run it with a few other coaches who only get a few people, you just can bring that like energy level up a little bit. So definitely run these with people. If you have never run a free group and right now you are like, OMG, just reach out to your upline, run one with her. Like I will gladly run one with any of my new coaches, like coming up for February, because I'm going to run one and I want to run them with my new coaches again. That's what I always did is like my brand new coaches. It was just a given. We're going to run a free group together. And that's such a great way for you to get your coaches like really engaged in how to run groups and how to start talking to people. So as a leader, it's like such a great way to start helping your coaches see success too.
But it's not rocket science. Like, you guys can actually just pair up yourselves. Like, honestly, it really is not a big deal to run a free group. Like, you can honestly go find one, get added to one of our old free groups and copy and paste everything. And you can see exactly how it is done. So if you have a team, you need to be running a free group. Like, go gather yourselves into little pockets, find some partnerships. Like, there's only so many leaders to go around. So we absolutely can't be on everybody's team and running free groups with everyone. So I want you to feel that confidence that you can do a free group 100% with a partner. You have each other to lean on, and there's so many resources. You have us at your fingertips to ask a question, but you guys can do this. You 100% can do a free group, a 3-day free group, and find some people and just follow our lead on that. So I don't want you to wait, because I can kind of see some people like, okay, I'll just wait until my leader asks me to do a free group together. I don't want you to do that. I want you to take the reins and know that you can do it, and just follow our lead by following the templates in the file section. But what we are going to do for you guys is run a free group. So we are going to run a 3-day detox in the Mealtime membership group next week. Okay? So we want to kind of get going on free groups again. We want it to be just a natural thing for you guys to be doing once a month, because it truthfully is how we have built our businesses and filled our funnel. And that's the thing I hear from you guys all the time. I don't have anyone new to talk to. Well, if you offer free, if you give, you're going to find people. People love free. They love it. So that's how you're going to find your people. So next Wednesday, we are going to run a free group right in the Mealtime membership group. Okay, so tomorrow you are going to see a post go into that group. We're also going to post it in the 80-day obsession group and invite people to join it there. Megan and I can't do this by ourselves. You have to be responsible for your people. So you need to, right now, if you want to take part in this free group that we're going to do next week, you have to be checking in that group and checking that post for your people that are commenting. So what it'll be is, we're not going to tell these people that it's going to be run right in the Mealtime membership group. We're just saying we're offering a free group, a 3-day detox. It'll start next Wednesday. There'll be workouts. There'll be a meal plan, just like we always do. Drop an emoji below and tag your coach. However, we know that there's so many people in there, they don't know who their coach is. They have never really bought anything. They don't necessarily have huge relationships with people. So you need to be watching that post. And if it's someone that you have added into that group, then you need to connect with them. Does that make sense? And then it'll be run just like our normal free groups. So on Sunday, we will, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to get the meal plan to them, whether we're going to start a message thread with all of you guys. What we don't want to do is just put the meal plan in the Mealtime membership, because then everyone has it and it becomes this big mess. We don't know who's doing it and who's not. So the meal plan is going to have to be messaged to your customers or emailed or whatever way you want to do it. So we're going to have to make sure that's going to be the one little tricky bit of it, but it's an important bit, because we have to have control over who's actually doing this 3-day detox, because there's like 5,000 people in that group. If we just throw in a meal plan, it's just going to go everywhere. So it'll just be a 3-day detox meal plan that we've used many times before. and it's on a doc. So you'll be able to just message it to your people. So that's why you're going to need a piece of paper. You're going to need to connect with them. You're going to need to talk to them. And you're going to need to say, the coolest part about this is you don't have to move anywhere. This group is going to take place right in the Mealtime membership group. So the posts will start going on Sunday. We'll do the normal prep information, how you prep your food, how you access the workouts, all that kind of stuff. And we'll start on Wednesday, just like a normal free group. That page will turn into a free group. We've just felt like it was going to get too messy trying to move everybody. So we figured we'll put it right in there. The people that drop the emoji are going to get the meal plan. They're going to be the participants, but the other people in the group are also going to see it happening. So it's creating FOMO. It's creating this kind of excitement in that group, and people will most likely start saying, well, what is going on? Can I do this too? So we're all going to have to be on high alert. If you want to take part in this, if you have people in that group, high alert this week. You need to be on top of that group. Because what I found the last couple weeks is people will comment and I don't see anybody responding, and I have to go and look and, okay, well, she's friends with Darlene. Okay, I'm gonna tag Darlene, not you, but I'm just using your name. I'm gonna tag Darlene. Darlene, can you connect with Michelle, please? She would like the Mealtime membership. We don't have time to do that this week, because assuming if things go like they normally go, there will be a lot of people. It's free. It's a detox. It's January. Most likely, a lot of people will want to do it. So please just look after your customers. Or I will. And I won't tag you. I'll just message them. No, I'm just kidding. But really, it would be really helpful if you could just keep on top of the posts. I think tomorrow, what time is it going to go, Megan?
Yeah, I have it scheduled for 10 a.m. tomorrow morning in the Mealtime Makeover, as well as the 80-Day Obsession info group, because we just feel like there's so many people. Like, everybody has been adding to the Mealtime group and the 80-Day Obsession group, which is awesome. Like, think of all the people we've all been dumping into both of those groups, and now they're just sitting there. And it's like, we want to take advantage of them, right? Like, we want to take advantage of that initial connection that you had with them. And this is such a great way to do it, is by offering something free. And you can reestablish that conversation without it being about, like, so are you going to join 80 Day? It's not even about that. Now it's about, awesome, I'm so glad you're going to do this 3-day detox with us. It's going to be amazing. And you ask them a little bit more about their goals, and you chat with them back and forth, and you just build that relationship up again, and you build that trust up again. Because all of a sudden now they're like, oh, thank God she's not after me to sign up for 80-Day Obsession. She just legit wants to help me, because that is legit what we want to do. We just want to help these people, and you support them during those 3 days. And then when they've been feeling so good, they love the culture, they love the environment, you get to invite them to your next challenge group. Okay, let's take advantage of all these connections, all these people that are sitting in these groups, and let's get them into our challenge groups. Let's support them. Let's get them to see what our community's like and what being a coach could be like for them. And let's get them into what we are doing, right? If we all love so much what we are doing, we need to be bringing in more people.
Yeah. We are going to have workouts. So we went back and forth on this a lot today. In the past, pre Beachbody On Demand, we always would use YouTube links, and it was fine, but it doesn't make a lot of sense when we're a workout company, it was kind of a weird little thing. So we've decided that Beachbody On Demand is the workouts that we will be giving. We'll use the clean week. So all your people have to do is sign up for a free membership. They don't have to give their credit card number. They don't have to do anything like that. But the 3 workouts that we will suggest over the 3 days, and we'll make that a priority in the free group is that you're moving your body for 30 days, and we'll say, you know, you can go for a walk, continue on whatever schedule you've got going on. Maybe they go to the gym or whatever. But if you're looking for something, here's 3 amazing workouts that you can do with us for free on Beachbody On Demand. So they don't have to give their credit card number. It's above the paywall. They just have to sign up with you, which is great because it does make you their coach. Like that does actually do that whole sort of transaction through Beachbody. But that's what we've decided. We're not going to do YouTube links. We are actually just going to stick with, people know in the Mealtime Membership Club, like we're Beachbody, it's Shakeology. That's what it is. I'm not kind of into hiding it and trying to give free YouTube from pop sugar and all this crap, because then you're kind of just telling them to go do that. So that's how we're going to handle the workouts. So your people, I would try to encourage them to sign up for a free membership with you. I mean, it kind of just makes sense, right? Like this is a business. You're giving them lots. It's not that much to ask for. But if they don't, just encourage them to do something for 30 minutes. We'll do that in our posts that we create for the group. As far as you guys, the only responsibility you have next week is to keep in touch with your customers, to comment on the posts, to encourage your people. Like just, that's what we want you to learn from this 3 days or this week, because it'll be prep and then the actual 3 days. We want you to see how we run it, see how it flows, see the kind of stuff we post, but we want you to get into this relationship building. That's your only responsibility for yourself and the people that are doing this with you. Keep messaging them, check in with them. When I messaged everyone that was starting the 80-day obsession on Sunday night, and it was a lot of people. I mean, I had so many, thank you so much for checking in. And it was 10 o'clock at night. It was I couldn't help them if they weren't meal prepped by then, really. Like they were really shit out of luck for the next day. But we chatted and they were excited, and it just created this bond. And you can do that with a free group. Like I've made some of you started with me in a free group. Like that's how our relationship started. So you just never know what will come out of those relationships in a free group. Is there a question?
Well, I was just, I think people might be confused about what the free membership is. So basically they're just creating a free Beachbody account. Like that's all they're doing. They're creating an email and a login, and then they have a free Beachbody account. That's it. So that's different than the 14-day trial. The 14-day trial is like a huge pain in the ass. They need a credit card information. They have to cancel it or they're going to be charged. Like that is totally different. A free Beachbody membership is simply just that. It's just access to the Beachbody website. They just create a password. That's it. They will never be charged for anything. Nothing, nada. But they will be enrolled as a customer of yours, which is great. Because then if moving down the line, they decide to purchase something with you, they're already enrolled with a membership.
So a free membership, all it gets you is access to a coach. So anyone in the cyber universe can go to teambeachbody.com or beachbody.com and just put their name, put their email address, and they'll be asked a question, would you like a coach? And they'll click yes. And that's how we get our free leads when you hit Success Club. That's how you get those free customers. So forever, they have not had any access to anything. All they've had is this kind of coach that might email them, but probably wouldn't. Now they have access to clean week workouts. That is it. They get nothing else. The 14-day trial, people have access to everything for 14 days. A free membership, they get to make you their coach because you're going to send them your link, obviously. So it's going to be an easy thing. They're going to give their name, they're going to give their email address, and they will have access forever, actually, to the clean week workouts. That's it. Not the meal plan, nothing else, just those workouts. That's it. And, a couple weeks ago, they had access to A Little Obsessed. It's not there anymore. It's gone behind the paywall. So if you had someone that was more interested in trying A Little Obsessed this week, they could still get that for free, but they'd have to do the 14-day trial. You have to give your credit card number. But they would have access to everything on Beachbody On Demand for 14 days. It's way bigger pain in the ass because they have to cancel it. Like, I don't really want to get into that with new people. I'd rather just say, this is really cool. I'm going to be able to give you 3 workouts for free. All you have to do is give your email address. That's it. Follow this link. Like, it's a pretty simple transaction. That makes sense? Cool. And they're good workouts. I love those workouts because whatever her name is, she talks about all the programs. She's really very good at like name bombing all of the different programs. So I really, really like giving that to people because they kind of get a little taste of everything. So yeah. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? So maybe keep your eye on the team page this week. I know we spend a lot of time in our message threads, but I think the only way that Megan and I will be able to communicate with everybody as a whole is in the team page. So I guess that's where we'll do most of our talking about this free group. If we have to give you any information or whatever, I think that's going to be the best place to communicate about it, because message threads, things might get lost between leaders and get confusing. So if you can keep your eye on 2 groups, I guess, the Mealtime Membership Group and FitNique Nation, so we can just keep in connection with each other through this group if anyone has questions. All right. I think that's it. Any other questions? Clear as mud.
I have a quick one. Yeah. When you do a regular free group, do you do it through the Challenge Tracker app or on Facebook?
I've done both.
Yeah.
There's no rules for sure. Sometimes I like the Challenge Tracker app for lots of things. Getting that email from people is sometimes just this whole thing that is so painful. So I've often, for my free groups, I kind of went back to just Facebook. It's just so easy to just pop them in there. I love that I can do live videos. Live videos, guys, are just so important. And we're finding this out in our new challenge group. So forever we had our challenge group on the Challenge Tracker app. And like I said, there are things about the app that I love. That tracking function is amazing. So many things that are great there. But we can't go live. And so we decided to do an experiment. We went back to Facebook just to see how it would go. And honestly, that ability to do live videos with your challengers, God, it just, I don't know. Would you agree, Megan? Like, our group is amazing. Like, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so much more interactive. And yeah, I mean, we were sort of forced to jump ship because we had maxed out on invites to the Challenge Tracker app, like to our group. So that was sort of another thing that was really the deciding factor. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more interactive. And now that you can schedule posts on Facebook, that's been so helpful, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you kind of just have to try. There's just no rules, and everybody likes different things. I mean, we found some of our customers didn't want to come back to Facebook. So it was a hard decision. And you know what? In 6 months, I might come back and say, no, we all have to do the app. Like, things change so much. You kind of just have to find your own groove. But I do think in a free group, like when I do a free group, I do a lot of communicating through live video because I want these people to know me, like know my personality, know my little quirky, silly words I say. Like, I really want them to know me. And live video is so quick and so easy. I can bang out how we're going to get through Friday night in like 2 minutes instead of creating this post that takes forever. And it's just a lot easier in a Facebook group. So I do find the free groups are a lot easier on Facebook for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, now they increased the, oh, did they increase the limit? Oh, that's good.
Of course.
Huh. Yeah, you can do videos in the app, but they're not live. Like it's different. Like it's just different. We were doing those. And because we live in the boonies, I guess we could never get them to upload. That was our one issue, but
yeah, they never ever would upload. Like it was so frustrating. Like the whole live thing, whatever, but the fact that we couldn't even upload any of our videos. There was just a few things that happened like right in, I think, November that were like, okay, we got to make the switch again. And
yeah.
And two, like the videos seem to get lost in the app in the shuffle of everything else, and nobody's seen it and clicked it and liked it. So yeah, I don't like that part.
I mean, customers loved the tracker. That was the thing we kept hearing, but how are we going to track our workouts? How are we going to track our shake? So what Megan and I have done is every single day we make a post at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I think sometimes, because we have a couple people from the UK in there, and it's literally log your workout, log your shake. And like this morning, there was 51 comments, but it stays right in that post, and then we delete it. So we delete it, and then the next day, the next one comes. And at night, we do the same. So like probably half an hour ago, they would have had a post come up, okay, track your nutrition. How did your day go? Drop an emoji. And we'll have 51 people saying, yay, or thumbs down, all that stuff. And then we delete it and get rid of it. So they have the ability to track. So that's kind of how we got over that hump of tracking. And it just keeps the group really engaged. Like, yeah, there's not a lot of clutter in the group anymore. Like it's really just our posts, whatever we decide to post. And then those 2 posts that happen every single day stay in that post. Nobody is like randomly posting their like salad or their workout selfie. Like it's all contained. So it keeps the group really, really neat and tidy. And yeah, it's worked really, really well. I actually, we've had a few people that didn't want to come with us. They've come back. They missed us. And they love it. They can see the value. Like they can see all the live videos. They can see how we have fun flash challenges. And yeah, just it seems like a better platform. I hate to say it, but Beachbody needs to, I see why they did it. Like they did it for us to get us off Facebook, but it just needs some tweaking, I guess. I don't know. Wow, that was a long-winded answer to Alicia. I don't know you needed that much information. Okay, everybody good? We're all good? If you have a question, now's your chance. Don't be shy. Do you have a question, Farron? Can you unmute yourself? I can't hear you. Oh, okay. If you wanted to use that to track whatever, does Facebook encourage it like they do? I don't think I understand the question.
I think she asked about the poll function in the group to begin with, to say if you log it in, did you do your workout, and they could click on the poll.
That's a great idea.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
I can hear you, yep.
Okay, if you were to create a poll instead of a daily post where people could put it in like, what we're seeing, would Facebook promote it in the same way that if I did a live video, it would pop up? Because it seems like they really encourage live videos. If we did it with a poll and like said, I don't know how you would do it, but would that be a possibility as well?
Well, I guess it depends where you are. So if you're in a group situation, so Facebook encourages video, but that's more in the algorithm of your public page or your profile. So if you're doing a live video from your public page or your business page or your personal profile, live videos Facebook loves right now. So they'll keep it in the feed. Like they keep live videos in the feed a lot longer. When we do live videos in a group situation, it's more just, Facebook doesn't have a lot to do with that. It's not really going in the public feed because it's in a group. Does that make sense? Like it's, that live video is only going to be shown on the feeds of the people in the group. So it doesn't really, but a poll I think is a great idea for tracking. Like instead of doing the tracking with your picture, I think that's just a really fun, different idea. I might actually do that tomorrow. That's a good idea. It's something different, something fun to do in the group for sure. But I don't think it'll play much part in your algorithm for sort of people seeing your posts. I think that's what you're meaning when you're asking that question. If I'm not, I don't know. Yeah.
I had an issue trying to post a poll in just my private group with my team. It wouldn't let me.
Oh, really?
What, on my personal page or my like page? Or I don't even know if I tried my like page, but I know it wouldn't let me within my private group. So I don't know.
Weird.
If you try it, let me know.
Yeah, I'm going to try it because that's a great idea. I think it's a fun, different idea. But I'm not sure. I haven't done a poll in a long time. I'll check that out. But yeah, see, there's just lots of fun things. If you start like thinking outside the box, like don't worry about what we've always done or what you always see on the challenge tracker tools and all that stuff. Like just start being creative in your groups. First of all, you're going to have a lot more fun because it's just fun to think of new ideas, and your challengers are really going to love it. What you need to do is post about it. I don't see you guys posting about what happens in your challenge groups very much. One thing I used to do, and actually Terry told me this the other night, I got away from, at the end of a challenge, I would make a big public declaration of how many pounds we lost. Like a big visual of like 20 women lost 98 pounds and 72 inches. Like I made a huge deal of it and I got away from that for some reason, but you need to share the proof, the social proof of what is going on in those groups and how much fun people are having. A great place to do it is on your stories. Like every single night, I usually scroll through all the pictures that people post of themselves saying, look at what is going on in my challenge group. I can't believe everybody had to drop a GIF today, how they felt about their workout. Like you want to share what's going on in there because that's that whole FOMO thing, right? Like people are like, holy, I want to drop a GIF too. Like they just want to be in there. So make sure you're sharing that proof of what's going on in those groups. Because a lot of good stuff happens in there. That's what we do, right? Like that's why we're different. That's why we're different than Weight Watchers, why we're different than the gym. We offer the support. So you have to make sure people know that's what we do. All right, over and out, ladies. Have a good night. Thanks, Megan.